jump it because nobody touched it. And almost like the playoff game where they reflipped it, they'll re-jump it, and this time San Jose will win the tip and they'll get to shoot first, or at least attempt to shoot first. Broncos will open in a man-to-man. Thornton is over on the right wing. To the cutter, Rogers. Rogers flips it up, missed the layup. They scrap for the loose ball. It's a held ball. Drimmick got half the ball, and that means the Broncos had the ball because the Spartans won the first tip.
Oh, and that's got to be a little concerning, actually, I think, for Coach Rice on the first play of the game. Nothing really too complicated about the offense San Jose ran, but they got a point-blank layup and should have had the bucket.
Broncos beat a press. Duncan in the front court. Thompson. Boise State won easy last year here by 50. 2 seasons ago, remember, Abe, in the conference tournament, Boise State opened the game 25-0. Duncan right wing. Drimmick, 7 to shoot. Drimmick down the left side of the lane. Comes in on Welledge. Outside to Duncan. 2-1. Lets it go from 3 and hits it. Nick Duncan hit a 3 as the shot clock was running down. So the Broncos are 1 for 1 from three-point range.
Just as many threes made tonight as against San Diego State. It took them under a minute tonight. It took them all but about 39 minutes and 40 seconds against San Diego State.
Rogers in the paint, gets it off to Welledge, missed the shot. Webb with the rebound. 3-0 Boise State. Broncos ran that shot clock down on their first possession. Webb in the left corner, 3 ball. That one's no good. Rebounding is Hillsman for San Jose State. Jackson, as the ball hit us, actually hit our equipment more importantly.
Good.
We are good. San Jose will get the ball out of bounds. Hillsman inbounds to Welledge. Those are 2 of their 4 highly touted freshmen. Pass, Rogers trying to hit Schwartz is stolen by Drimmick. Drimmick playing with a lot of energy on this first couple of times down the floor. Duncan to Jackson. Thompson right wing. 3-0 Broncos. Webb on the right block. Coming in on Welledge, turns, gets a little 3-footer. It's good, 5-0 Broncos.
And I think that's an advantage Boise State is going to have almost at every position, is if they try and post them up as a turnover by the Broncos.
Webb knocked it away on the trap with Thompson. Thompson loose ball, missed it, but Webb on the follow tips it in. That's teamwork. Webb and Thompson combined, and it's a 7-0 start for Boise State. They're hawking Schwartz with the ball. Thompson and Drimmick trying to get a turnover. Schwartz almost traveled. Rogers will take a long 3. Front rim no good. Webb with the rebound. And like we've seen in a couple of San Jose State games, one at the tournament and the one here last year, as Thompson drives it in. Over the head layup is good. It is a 9-0 lead. Boise State has had San Jose State's number early in games. Spartans will call a timeout. It is a 9-0 lead for Boise State.
And that's nice to see. And it does help when you play against a team that isn't ranked as the 6th best defensive team in the country. They're not having a 6'11 guy guarding the hoop. It's a lot of one-on-one moves, and the Broncos are taking advantage. And Nick Duncan knocked down a 3. I like it.
Kendall Ford of Meridian, passionate about things that matter to the community. That's why Kendall, a proud sponsor of Boise State basketball. Kendall, let's start something great. And the Broncos are starting something great here tonight.
They've just come out with a lot of energy, and that's a good call by Coach Rice. Is when you're trying to build your own energy and get out of a little bit of a funk. And we talk about a funk; it was 1 loss
by 3 points.
By 3 points, but they rattle off so many wins before that. But to get some energy going, you knock down a 3, you get into a press right away. There's a turnover. Make play calls that get yourself very aggressive. Drives to the hoop, presses, and that's what the Broncos have done. And they're creating their own energy, and they're in a press again right now.
San Jose will bring it up. Let's see if they've got any subs in the game. Princeton Anwas, transfer from Utah, is in the game. Schwartz tries a long 3 left side. Missed it. Spartan still over. Broncos quickly in the front court. Drimmick drives into the paint. Drimmick goes up. Layup good for Anthony Drimmick. It's 11-0 Boise State.
Well, Drimmick had it knocked out of his hands and gained it back and shot it while in the air.
In the front court, they go to Schwartz. Left corner. Into the game now, another freshman, Brandon Clark. Clark backs it out to Anwas. Clark again. San Jose State looking for their first basket. It's 11-0. Inside to Anwas, posting up, gets the layup. Somebody lost him. It's 11-2, and the first Spartan basket comes at the 16:45 mark.
Well, Mikey Thompson, he had the position there, but went for the steal, and when you go for the steal and there's no help, you're trouble.
Webb comes in, takes a 5-footer over the top of Wellage, no good. Anwas has it for the Spartans. To Clark. Right wing to Hillsman. Hillsman trying to get into the paint, guarded by Jackson. Back it out to Wellage. He'll shoot a three and hit it. He's over 40% on the season. The freshman out of Indiana. 5-0 run for the Spartans. It's 11-5.
Yeah, freshman leading the conference for freshmen in scoring, and you can see why. That was a quick three-point trigger.
Quick passing. Duncan back it out to Drimmick. Drimmick looking it inside to the foul line to Webb. Driving. Webb takes it to the glass. Left the shot short. Clark rebounds. And now to Anwas. Anwas stop and go drive. Comes below the foul line. Missed the shot. Webb with another rebound. End-to-end action. Thompson with it. He's going to take it all the way. And Thompson's left-handed layup is good. 4 points for Mikey. It's 13-5 Broncos.
And I like that little Euro step. You don't have to take two steps in the same direction. He hit one with his right foot and went the other direction with his left foot and finished at the rim.
Thompson averaging 14 points in conference games, 11 overall. Spartans move the ball around the perimeter. Left corner, Hillsman will take a three. No good off the rim. Drimmick rebounds to Thompson. Broncos by 8, 13-5. Haven't even played 5 minutes yet. Drimmick leaves it for Jackson. He'll fire a three. Back iron, no good. Rebound by Wellage for the Spartans, and now they'll look to run. Wellage driving it in the paint, knocked Webb down. They're going to call the block on Webb. And the crowd will grumble. First foul on Webb, first foul on either team. And we've played just a couple of seconds under 5 minutes. Let's take a break. 13-5, Broncos lead. Spartans will have the ball when we come back on the Coke Zero. Dairymen of Idaho are proud partners of Bronco Athletics. Good start, Abe, for the Broncos. They are up 8, 13-5. Led at 1 point, 11-0.
Shooting the ball really well. 6 out of 11, 55%. 1 out of 3 from three. Holding San Jose to 25% from the floor and from three. And they've created 2 turnovers already and have none themselves.
Spartans will have the ball off the blocking foul against James Webb III, and we've got a traveling call against Clark. So San Jose State will turn it over, and that will be their 3rd turnover compared to none for Boise State. Thompson, Webb, Chandler Hutchison is checked in. Jackson, Zach Haney is checked in. Haney has played well off the bench in conference play for the Broncos. Thompson hands it off to Hutchison. Back to Thompson, left side. He's guarded by Schwartz, picks up the dribble. Back it out to Hutchison, right wing to Jackson. Jackson coming into the paint on the drive. Hands it off to Webb, who finishes with a dunk. 15-5, give Jackson the assist. Webb finishes with a dunk, his 27th of the season.
Great cross by Jackson in the paint, drew Webb's defender, and Webb with nice hands. It's harder to catch those quick, close passes than you might think.
San Jose misses another shot. Jackson with the rebound. Right side to Hutchison. Hutchison into the paint. Hutchison all the way. Right-handed shot missed. Haney offensive rebound. He tries to go up, and his shot is blocked. And it's out of bounds to the Broncos. Boise State with a couple of chances, point blank, that don't go in.
And I like the energy here. Every rebound or a make by San Jose, there's a quick inbounds by the Broncos, and they're taking it down the other end. And if it's a one-on-one situation, whoever has the ball is going right to the hoop, and I like that.
Thompson will inbound from the baseline. Into Webb. Webb guarded by Rogers, the senior for San Jose State. Webb, little right-hand hook, good. We saw him make a hook against San Diego State. That's starting to come into his repertoire. 8 points for Webb, 17-5.
We see Webb go back to the basket a lot more.
Anwas has the ball poked away by Hutchison, and it's off of Anwas. So San Jose State has turned it over again. Nick Duncan will come back in for the Broncos. James Webb III will get a break, so it'll be Thompson, Duncan, Hutchison, Haney, and Jackson. San Jose will counter with Anwas, Clark. Gary Williams has come in for them. Wellage and Rogers are their inside guys. Boise State breaks a press. Haney on the baseline right side. Cross-court pass to Duncan. Now to Hutchison, who's trying to come into the paint. Hutchison underneath Wellage. Missed the shot. He's missed a couple from right underneath.
Well, that's one I wouldn't mind to see Nick Duncan shoot. He had a wide-open shot and pass it to Hutchinson. You've already made one. Make another.
San Jose State, Wellage inside the arc, takes a 17-footer. It is good. Wellage with 5 points, 17-7. Broncos by 10 now.
Well, he's an impressive freshman.
Duncan left corner from 3, missed that one. Rebound, Karams out in the right wing to Thompson, so the Broncos still with the ball. Played nearly 7 minutes in the first half. And a foul inside on Rogers, pushing against Haney. Rogers will pick up foul number 1. First foul against the Spartans. Any hoop could be the one that changes the game. So try the play where you go big on refreshment with all taste and 0 calories. Coke Zero. You don't know zero until you've tried it. Paris Austin in for the first time. His minutes have gone up in the last week or so. Inbounds to Duncan. In the paint. Trying to take a shot over Wellage. Missed. Boise State's missed several twos from right in close. Spartans with the rebound. Williams to Wellage. Anwas. And Wellage's pass sails by Clark. And the Spartans will pick up their 5th turnover of the game. Boise State, Abe, with no turnovers so far.
5 for San Jose. And a couple of those are completely unforced like that one.
Paris Austin drives down the lane, tries the lob to Hutchison. Pass not there. Rogers rebounds. Anwas finishing it up with a layup at the other end is Williams. So San Jose State now within 17-9.
Not sure what happened on that lob. Paris Austin had Chandler wide open. I don't know if Chandler just didn't quite see it soon enough.
And Hutchison penetrates, right corner to Thompson. He'll drive down the right side, and he will get a layup. 6 points for Mike Thompson. Back to a 10-point lead at 19-9. Thompson closing in on 1,000 points. He's up to 9-6-3. Wellage comes into the paint, little finger roll, it's through. Wellage with a nice soft touch shooting the ball, 19-11.
Yeah, he's doing well. He's shown that he can shoot the 3, and that time a couple dribble move into the paint.
Hutchison to Haney inside. Haney's shot is blocked by Clark. Out of bounds still to the Broncos. James Webb III will check back in for the Broncos. We'll get another timeout. 11:47 remaining first half. Broncos by 8, 19-11. Take a timeout on the .com. Broncos lead by 8, 19-11. They led 11-0, have never trailed tonight.
Still shooting a pretty good percentage, 43%, 1 of 4 from 3. The Spartans have come on. They started in the low 20s before the first media timeout, and they're at 42%. But a big point of emphasis for the Broncos, you can see with this status, to get the ball inside and to attack in the paint. Points in the paint, 16-6 for the Broncos, and also 6-0 on points off turnovers. That's because the Broncos have 0 turnovers.
Broncos leading by 8. Austin Webb, Duncan Hutchison, and Thompson on the floor for Coach Rice. Webb left corner for 3 at short. Broncos struggling still from 3. Duncan hit the first one, but they've missed their last 4 for 1 for 5. Spartans with the ball. They're getting out rebounded by the Broncos 12-8 in the first half. And both teams below 50% shooting. Williams, Rogers turns, hits a 12-footer. Rogers with his first basket. He's one of their leading scorers, 13 a game, 19-13. Spartans within 6. Left corner, Duncan hits his second 3. Duncan with 6 points. It's 22-13. Nice to see his touch come back. He had that great tournament in Anaheim as Rogers hits a 3. Out front, he's got 5 points. It's 22-16, but it's been fairly cold, Duncan has in the conference play. Hutchison on the drive. He missed another shot inside.
Those are the ones Hutchinson usually has been making and been having his way inside, finishing well at the rim, but tonight had about 3 of those and not able to do it.
Ball knocked out. It'll be Bronco ball. Hutchison tonight is 0 for 4. He didn't shoot the ball really well against San Diego State. He was 2 for 11.
It's tough to shoot the ball well against San Diego State. They a lot of length, a lot of athleticism. Talk about some athleticism on Tico Alford checking in the game for Boise State. Mikey Thompson with a nice first half so far as he has 6 points already for the Broncos. We talk about Nick Duncan knocking down 2 3-pointers. He was out here way before either one of the teams were out here, and I saw him make 14 threes in a row just trying to groove that shot and made a couple so far.
Webb's pass nearly thrown away. Alford saves it, gives it to Austin. Austin comes in, left-handed layup, good. Paris Austin with his first basket. He's been in double-figure minutes each of the last 2 games, 24-16. Boise State again stretches the lead back to 8 as we come down to the 10-minute mark in the first half. Onwas to Clark. Left side to Williams, about a step behind the three-point arc. Onwas posting up against a much shorter Alford. Onwas in the paint, turns, shoots, it curled out. Webb rebounds now to Austin, and the Broncos look to run. Onwas fell down. Austin gets up, Onwas comes back. Onwas tries to knock the ball away. He'll be called for the foul. 2 fouls now on the Spartans. Coach Wojcik off the bench for San Jose State. Complaining or sharing something with an official. Isaac Thornton, one of the returning players from last year. He is a 9-time starter this year, started 24 games last year, back on the floor for San Jose State. Paris Austin inbounds to Duncan. Duncan drives it into the paint to Drimmick, now to Alford. Couple of dribbles, throws it right corner to Duncan. There's number 3. Nick Duncan with his third 3, 9 points, 27-16.
How Nick Duncan got his groove back.
Offensive foul, I believe, called against the Spartans. The Broncos will get the ball on the turnover. Second foul on Rogers, third on San Jose State. And you know what, Abe, I thought you made a great point. He was out here all by himself. Nobody had come in the arena yet. And he was just working, shooting. And as you said, you counted 14 in a row.
And that's the only thing you can do as a shooter. You're going to go through some slumps. You're going to go through some times where you're shooting out of your mind. And when you're in a slump, the only thing you can do is just keep shooting and keep trying to get that back. And Nick Duncan did that, and he's made 3 already.
9:14 remaining first half, 27-16, Broncos by 11. Duncan, of course, was also the guest Monday night on the radio show, so maybe I should take some credit for, giving him some good karma. Duncan, right wing 3, there's number 4. Nick Duncan with 4 threes. And he's 4 out of 5 3-point range. It's 30-16.
He's feeling it. He's usually not an off the dribble or coming off of a screen type of shooter, but he was moving a little bit off of a screen and still knocked it down.
So the Broncos now with a 14-point lead. San Jose State trying to get it inside. Williams shot blocked by Webb. Clark saves him going out of bounds. Clark to Thornton. Out front to Williams. Williams to the free throw line, and the shot clock expires, so San Jose State will commit their 8th turnover of the game, and the Broncos have none.
You can chalk that one up to Paris Austin. He held his ground on a back down move on the defensive end, and then James Webb came over and got a block that really took San Jose State out of their offense, and when they got the ball back, the ball had not touched the rim, so they got it back with only 4 seconds on the shot clock.
14-point lead the Broncos have now is their biggest lead of the game. 30-16, 8.5 to go. Duncan left side, another 3, that's number 5. He's moving all around the arc. He's had 2 from the left corner, 1 from the right corner, and 1 from each of the wings. 33-16, Nick Duncan on fire.
And you just have to keep feeding him. Keep feeding him. He's feeling it. Run your next play for him.
Schwartz with a 3 to quiet the Bronco run, his first basket. And it's 33-19. Broncos race it the other way. And Paris Austin gets a layup. That's his second basket of the game. 35-19, Boise State.
Or you just take it full length of the court and not look for Duncan and get your own layup.
You can't keep up, Nick. I'm going to take it right to the basket. Thornton's pass thrown away. And Boise State right now putting on a clinic, and they are putting on a shooting display. Nick Duncan, 5 of 6 from 3-point range. We'll take a timeout. 35-19 Boise State. Drimmick with the foul. Well, they call that on Paris Austin. So Austin picks up his first. 2 fouls now on the Broncos, and San Jose State will be the first team to shoot free throws tonight.
Well, and how about this stat, Bob? 8 turnovers for San Jose State, leading to 14 points for the Broncos. No turnovers for the Broncos, so no points off turnovers for San Jose State. 14-0 in that category, and 20-6 Bronco lead in points in the paint.
Hillsman out of Chicago missed the first free throw, missed the second one. He was an 83%er, so San Jose does not get either free throw. Broncos back with the ball in the front court. Duncan and Webb inside. Drimmick, Alford, and Austin around the perimeter. Webb a little left at the top of the key, right wing to Duncan. Duncan dribbles, gives it off to Alford in the left wing. Montego trying to enter the paint, does. Bounce pass right side to Webb. Picks it up, tosses over to Alford, 4 to shoot. Alford on a fade on the baseline, curled out. And I think this time they'll get Drimmick for the foul. San Jose will get the ball. Drimmick with his first. Team fouls even now at 3 apiece. Broncos shooting 56% from 3, 5 of 9. Due theory, you'd expect a lot of them tonight, right?
Here's
Coach, 1 out of 17.
Coach Rice in the pregame said you're going to have those nights where you don't make a lot, but at the end of the year, it all kind of evens itself out. And Saturday, tonight, you even out. It could be a pretty good night.
And ball knocked away by a Bronco on a pass down to the baseline by San Jose State, so it will still be Spartan ball. 11 to shoot, 6:48 to go first half. 35-19 Boise State. Story of the game, Broncos open the game on an 11-0 run.
And Drimmick got caught with a hold, and it was
2 fouls for him. And then Nick Duncan, 5 threes, 5 out of 6. And the Broncos have forced 8 turnovers, so I guess those are the 3 storylines. If you're just joining us right now. Spartans inbound, almost stolen by Webb. Welledge able to get the ball as Webb went for the steal. Hillsman on the drive with a nice move. First basket for J.C. Hillsman, freshman out of Chicago, 35-21 Boise State. Duncan, outside 3 ball, there's number 6. They got him a little to the left of the top of the key. 38-21 Broncos, and Nick Duncan 4 away from the school record.
When you can start talking about it when you only got 4 to make, and there's over 6 minutes left in the first half.
Top of the key to Clark. Left side, Anwas. He'll dribble to the free throw line. Hand it back to Schwartz. He'll take a long 3, contested by Drimmick. Missed the shot. Alford with the rebound. Broncos look to run. Alford's going to try to go coast to coast, and he doesn't get it. The trailer, Webb, couldn't get it to drop. Good effort by Webb to try to tip it in. It just wouldn't go. Spartans with the ball. Now it's Anwas, left of the top of the key, missing a 3. Webb knifes in there for the rebound. And Webb now has 9 rebounds in the first half. Webb has been a rebounding machine. Duncan, left side to Drimmick. Duncan in the corner. Duncan step back 3, left side. Ooh, a little short. Clark knocks Webb down to get the rebound. Spartans have a 5-on-4 advantage. Now Webb comes back into the fray.
Well, the old step back off the dribble is always a heat check.
Clark inside on penetration on the right baseline is good. His first basket. 38-23. Bronco lead back to 15, and Coach Rice wants a 30-second timeout. He will have 3 left. Jackson and Thompson will come in. Think hidden fees is something you just have to live with? It's time to rethink and get free checking along with a host of other free extras. See why so many Idahoans love Idaho Central by visiting iccu.com. Coach Rice has never forgiven you, Abe, for the 9 threes you dropped on him against Gonzaga. Jeff Aloriaga had 10 against Corbin. Are we going to have Nick Duncan join the upper echelon with you and Jeff tonight?
Well, it might not be as important to Coach Rice since it's Aloriaga that has the record, but when Aloriaga was sitting at 8 threes in the first half versus Corbin, Coach Rice comes out to me at halftime and he looks at me and points and he goes, "It's going down." Yeah. So I think it was a little more personal for that one, but Aloriaga was on fire that night with 10, and so far Nick Duncan was 6 here.
Was your 9, was it here or was it up at Spokane?
Oh, it was here.
So Coach Rice would have been on that bench down to the right. Were you feeling it that night? Was that one of your better shooting nights?
Yeah, that was feeling it that night.
Where'd you hit the 9th one? Do you remember? No? You
don't remember.
There's no sweet spot that night?
I do remember taking some really ill-advised shots, though.
That went in?
That went in, though. Yep.
Jackson with the ball as the Broncos have it. We're all under 5 minutes to go in the first half. Webb backing in on Hillsman, turns as he gets about 4 feet from the bucket. It's good. Webb now with 10 in the first half. 10's a good number in the first half, but it is coming up short to the 18 for Nick Duncan. 40-23 Boise State in front.
And I like that move by James Webb. You're not fading away. You can jump over your defender, and he just jumps right over.
Welledge with a nice move inside on Webb. I like this freshman Welledge. He's got 9 points in the first half, 40-25. I think these freshmen for San Jose State, a couple of them, they have some real potential. Thompson left corner, left wing to Drimmick, couple steps beyond the three-point arc. Now they'll push the ball over to the right side. Lonnie Jackson. Jackson comes to the baseline right side. Underneath the hoop, outside to Drimmick. Left side for three, it curled out. And Webb does a nice job to try to get the rebound. Knocked it away from Wellage. It'll still belong to San Jose State. Haney and Hutchison back in for the Broncos.
Talk about Wellage for San Jose. He does look like a good player, and he's scored in almost every way that you can. He's hit a three. He's hit a pull-up jumper, drive to the hoop, and then a little bit of a back-down post move there, and at 6'9", you get some more meat on his frame, and he's going to be a tough matchup.
I would think also just the experience gained from the freshman to a sophomore year. More knowledgeable player. Wellage has it inside against Duncan, trying to back in him on the left block. Wellage turns, shoots, little baby hook, it's good. Wellage in double figures. That's double figures for the 14th time this season. He has 11, and it's 40-27 Boise State. It looks like we've got a foul against Zach Haney of the Broncos. That will be his first and will bring us to a timeout. Fifth foul on Boise State. We've got a break. Boise State 40. San Jose State 27, 3:35 to go first half. Take a break on the Coke Zero Bronco Radio Network near you and download the online check-in app from Great Clips. Bob Beeler, Abe Jackson back courtside. All Boise State 40-27 over San Jose State. They led 11-0 to start, and it has been a shooting display tonight by one Mr. Nick Duncan.
It really has. Nick Duncan, he is 6 out of 9 from the floor, 6 of 8 from 3 for 18 points. Webb with a nice first half, too, with 10 himself.
Duncan knocks the pass intended for Wellage out of bounds. It'll still be Spartan ball. They'll have 19 seconds left to shoot.
And I think that here we are at the 3:24 mark. Broncos up 13. Last 3 minutes of the first half, first 3 minutes of the second half are very important. You can stretch a lead or you can give one up.
See what the Broncos do. The lead right now is 13. Spartans to the baseline, outside to Clark, way out front to Anwas, missed a three. Haney with the rebound. Broncos have led by as many as 17. Thompson into the front court. Behind a Haney screen to the top of the key. Thompson still with the ball, gives it up to Duncan, right back to Thompson. Thompson to the left, now comes below the foul line, drives into the paint, goes in, leaves the layup a little short. Wellage rebounds to Clark, and now the Spartans look to run. Schwartz, left side, in the break, missed the three. Haney with another rebound. Boise State will come back the other way.
Boise State's missed a couple point-blank layups. Mikey Thompson with one and Montego Alford with one as well. Could be more of a lead for the Broncos.
Haney inside on a pass from Hutchison. Haney turning, little baby hook short. Duncan with a rebound. Duncan tries to go up. He will be fouled. And Nick Duncan will shoot two as the foul goes against Schwartz, his first.
I think something that Haney can work on for next year is a high release point. He releases the ball really low, right about where his shoulder and neck is. You're 6'11" and you got a long reach. You extend that up there so no one can really affect your shot.
41-27. First free throw good for Nick Duncan. Nick has a couple of friends visiting from Australia, and I'm sure they are thrilled with his performance tonight. Duncan makes both free throws. And now Duncan with 20 points. For Nick, the second game this season, he's beaten 20 points. He has almost half of Boise State's, 42-27 Broncos. Williams in the front court with the dribble, guarded by Mikey Thompson. Williams tosses right side. Coming is Anwas. Missed the shot, but the foul on Haney. And Anwas, the transfer from Utah, will get a couple of free throws. Anwas averaging 11 points a game. He's had a couple real good games this year for the Spartans. Senior out of Houston, 24 against Colorado State and 23 against the University of San Diego.
Well, and you'll look at that play and you see that Zach Haney got the foul as that free throw comes up short. But really, that one's on, I believe it was Mikey Thompson who was closing out on Anwas. You can't just give a defender that much of a beeline to the hoop. It'll be tough for any type of defender to come over there and help position.
Second free throw. Spartans haven't made one tonight. They still haven't. They are 0 for 4 at the free throw line. Broncos with the rebound. Thompson in the front court. Approaching 2 minutes to go in the first half. 42-27 Broncos. Thompson left wing. Duncan sets a screen, so does Haney. Thompson dribbles behind both of them. Now comes back to the left side. Thompson still with the dribble. Outside to Jackson. Lonnie trying to get free, can't get a shot off. Duncan has it now. Duncan in the paint and tried to put up a runner, but it's a shot clock violation. Spartans force a turnover, and that'll be the first one of the game for Boise State.
You don't see your first turnover until minute 45 in the game. That's taking care of the ball.
Williams in the front court. Welledge off a little screen, hits a three. Three more for him. Pair of threes for him to go with 4 twos. 42-30. And Webb got knocked down as he tried to take a shot. Landed kind of funny. And the Spartans will get the foul on Anwas. That'll be his second, team's fifth. Now with T-Mobile, families can get 4 or more lines with up to 10 gigabytes of 4G LTE data per line. And it's just $30 per line. No more having to share. Plus, T-Mobile will pay your family switching fees up to $650 per line.
And with that miss, it's still a 12-point lead for the Broncos. And there's going to be a couple possessions for San Jose State. And if you don't get some points on yours, this could be a single-digit lead going into half.
Spartans have had games this year where they've been down double digits at the half and have battled back to make it a contest. Webb with the second free throw. He has 11 in the first half points-wise, 9 rebounds, so he's close to a double-double, Abe, in the first half. 43-30, the score for the Broncos. Williams guarded by Thompson, one-handed pass to Clark. Given the three, didn't take it. Back to Williams, trying to shake Thompson and drive into the paint, but Mikey won't let him by. Under 10 to shoot. Williams trying to take a shot over Thompson and Duncan, missed it. Austin rebounds, less than a minute to go. Austin in the middle, left side to Duncan, stops, pops. Oh, that three is a little short. Williams with the rebound. Maybe he didn't have the cleanest look there either.
No, that one was definitely challenged.
Hillsman inside, and does Drimmick get his third? We'll see. San Jose State thinks they're in the bonus. Drimmick with 3 first half fouls. And that will be number 7 against Boise State. 44.5 seconds left in the half. Welledge will have a 1-and-1.
And if it wasn't for Welledge, this would be a much bigger blowout.
Missed shot there. So the 1-and-1, not good. Thompson on the drive, comes in and gets fouled, so Mikey Thompson will get to shoot 2. Thompson has made 5 free throws in a row, 6 points for him tonight. And the free throw is good.
That worked for a little bit of a 2-for-1 for the Broncos. They're going to get the ball back with at least 7.4 if San Jose runs the shot clock all the way down, because there's 37.4 left.
44-30 Boise State. Broncos got out of the blocks in a hurry tonight. Thompson makes both. He has 8 in the first half. 45-30, 15-point lead. Biggest has been 17. Clark, Hillsman. Clark coming into the paint, spinning, trying to get by Duncan. Nice shot, Brendan Clark. 45-32. 20 seconds left. Broncos with an opportunity here to hold for one shot. 45-32 Boise State. See how they do here. 8 seconds to go in the half. Thompson behind a Duncan screen. 4 seconds to Duncan. Step back 3 out front. No. And that'll end the half. Duncan missed a couple after really being on fire from 3, but he can't complain. 6 of 10 from 3-point range.
With Moss, Alaska Airlines, the most non-stops from Boise, including Spokane and now Reno Tahoe. Also by Big Al's in the Village at Meridian. Visit ilovebigals.com. Serve Pro of Boise, fire and water cleanup and restoration like it never even happened. And by State Farm, we exist to assist. Once again, here's Bob Beeler.
Go.
It's the Larry H. Miller halftime report, and it's brought to you by the Larry H. Miller dealerships in Boise, driven by you. Let's take a look at the highlights in this first half that have the Broncos up 45-32. Boise State would get out to an 11-0 lead. The first basket would be the first of many for Nick Duncan. 7 to shoot. Grimmick down the left side of the lane. Comes in on Wellich. Outside to Duncan. 2-1. Lets it go from 3 and hits it. Nick Duncan hit a 3 as the shot clock was running down. So the Broncos are 1 for 1 from three-point range. And that would be the first for Nick Duncan of 6 threes in the first half. This next play to put the Broncos up 10-15-5 was just a beautiful fast break play from Lonnie Jackson to James Webb III. Back it out to Hutchison, right wing to Jackson. Jackson coming into the paint on the drive, hands it off to Webb, who finishes with a dunk. 15-5, give Jackson the assist. Webb finishes with a dunk, his 27th of the season. And Boise State got out to a good lead. They shot the ball well tonight. They forced a lot of turnovers. San Jose State had 8 early when the Broncos had none. Boise State didn't have their first turnover till 1:45 left in the half. Here was one of those threes in the run that Nick Duncan had to get him 20 points in the first half. 30-16, 8.5 to go. Duncan left side, another 3, that's number 5. He's moving all around the arc. He's had 2 from the left corner, 1 from the right corner, and 1 from each of the wings. 33-16, Nick Duncan on fire. And the Broncos would lead at the half, 45-32. Abe Jackson's going to have all those high shoot numbers and percentages when we come back on the Larry H. Miller halftime report after this on the Coke Zero Bronco Radio Network from Learfield Sports. Boise State, Abe looking sharp, 45-32 over San Jose State. They've led in just about every category, and they've shot it extremely well tonight.
They have, and the stats are going to show that San Jose State is shooting a better percentage, but Boise State has 12 more attempts from the floor. And so Boise State is 17 of 40 for 43%, 6 of 14 for 43% from 3. Not a lot of free throws in the game, 5 of 6 for Boise State. San Jose State, like I said, a better percentage, but a lot less attempts. 14 to 28 for 50 from 3, 4 of 11 for 36, and they've made it to the free throw line 5 times and are yet to hit a free throw. Taking a look at the rebounds, big discrepancy favoring the Broncos, 23 rebounds to 16 for San Jose. 7 of the 23 are on the offensive end. Turnovers, another big story. 8 turnovers for the Spartans, only 1 turnover for the Broncos. The Broncos have turned those 8 turnovers into 14 points. And then also dominating in the paint, it's where the Broncos went. Back to the basket moves, and also the guards have been taking it to the hoop all night. 22-14 in points in the paint.
And I think Abe, Boise State came out with a lot of energy, made some shots early, got into a little bit of a press. I think this is exactly what they needed tonight.
It was. They needed to get out of their funk, and there's no better way to get out of an offensive funk than to see some three-pointers go down. And then what do? You throw on a press, keep that energy going, and create some turnovers.
45-32, the halftime score. We'll take a break. Be back with more of the Larry H. Miller halftime report on the Coke Zero Bronco Radio Network from Learfield Sports.
They're going down. After a 1 out of 17 performance on Saturday against San Diego State, they go 6 out of 14 in the first half, 43%. Nick Duncan, well, he made all the threes. 6 out of 10 with 20 points in the first half. James Webb knocking on the door at a double-double in just the first half with 11 points and 9 rebounds. Mikey Thompson's been solid all year long, and he is tonight with 8 points.
So you got a lot of guys that have contributed tonight. 9 rebounds to go with the 11 points. Webb looks like he's pretty much headed to that 7th double-double. Duncan maybe looking at a career high tonight if he can do anything in the second half.
Well, Montego Alford off the bench, only 6 minutes played, but he comes in and gives you 3 assists in just 6 minutes.
Look at Duncan's numbers. Over 20 for the second time this year. Season high points 21. He needs 1 for that. Career high 26 last year. against New Mexico on a game. Remember, he got a lot of threes in that one. San Jose will open with the ball. 45-32 Broncos. Thornton inside to Hillsman, outside to Thornton. He'll shoot a three, and it's an air ball. Tickles the twine, but didn't go through the twine. And it's out of bounds to the Broncos. So the Spartans are going to start Schwartz, Rogers, Wellage, Thornton, and Hillsman. So the original starters for Coach Woj.
And Wellage, the freshman, only missing one shot, 6 out of 7. 14 points.
And a foul. I think Hillsman held Jackson, so that will be his first foul, Spartans first. Broncos will go with Duncan Thompson, Webb, Drimmick, and Jackson, original starters for Coach Rice. You're right about that, Abe. I knew a lot of threes went down. I don't know why I thought somebody else hit one, but they were all Nick. Drimmick inside to Webb. Webb catches, guides it in, give Drimmick an assist. Webb with another bucket, 47-32.
Great pass by Drimmick. The play was for Duncan up at the top of the key and left Webb wide open rolling, and he just tosses it to the top of the rim, and Webb's one of the best in the league at going up high and getting them.
15-point lead now for the Broncos. Schwartz outside, missed a three. Duncan rebounds. Nick dribbles into the front court. Nick's still with it, coming below the foul line. Comes to the left block. Nick looks like he wants to do it all. Goes up and under, missed the shot. Rogers with the rebound for the Spartans. Now Rogers will dribble it into the front court to the trailer. Schwartz, he'll shoot the three and miss the three. And there's the double-double. Webb with the rebound number 10. He might have a shot as Thompson drives it in and missed the layup. He might have a shot at the Ryan Watkins averaging a double-double.
Good. Ryan Watkins, one of the best that Boise State's ever had at rebounding.
Thornton missed the wild layup. Both teams right now getting a little cold. Maybe a little out of control, too.
So many shots already. Each team shooting with under just within 10 seconds on the shot clock.
Duncan will be hand-checked by Schwartz, and that'll be the foul, number 2 for the freshman out of Wisconsin. Second foul on the Spartans. Anwas now will check in for Thornton. 47-32 Broncos, 18-24 in the second half. Thompson inbounds baseline left side to Duncan. Duncan had the ball stripped by Wellage. Nice play. This kid's good. Wellage behind the back dribble, coming into the front court. Stops at the foul line, and he got knocked down. The Broncos will commit the foul. And the foul will go against Nick, and that'll be his first.
Technical foul on Nick Duncan as well.
So what did Nick say? Or do? So Schwartz will come to the free throw line. And the first one is good. That's the Spartans' first made free throw after going 0 for 5 in the first half. And Coach Rice trying to give a peace of mind to the officials. Both free throws are made. They have 47-34. Those were from the technical. The foul was not in the act of shooting, so San Jose State will inbound.
And I didn't hear anything on what was. It had to have been something said because the foul was a reach in, and it did look like Nick was just going down to foul him after he got the ball stripped from him.
Thompson knocked the inbound pass back into the stands. Much like a pass rushing defensive end, batting a pass away. They want to reset the shot clock to 29 because the ball was tipped out of bounds. Anwas the inbound for the Spartans. Throws it over the top of Thompson to Schwartz. Guarded by Drimmick. Broncos in a man-to-man. Outside now to Anwas. He'll dribble to the right side. Thompson staying inside the arc, letting Anwas dribble outside the arc. And we have a foul, I think, inside. Is it Drimmick? Nope, they're going to call it on Lonnie Jackson. That'll be his first. 2 on the Broncos in the second half. Now the game slowing down. We didn't have a whole lot of fouls in the first half.
Very quick first half. Not a lot of free throws, not a lot of fouls. And this one just a little snail's pace right now.
Rogers, right side to Anwas. Drives baseline, got underneath and got the layup. Got inside of Webb. Anwas with his second basket, 47-36. Lead down to 11. San Jose State has had some second half comebacks this year. Drimmick into the paint, outside to Webb. Now he's into the paint. Leans in, missed the shot. Low percentage shot. Anwas with the rebound. This could be a single-digit game. Hillsman goes baseline, gets the basket. He's fouled and it counts. And the Broncos right now seeing the Spartans come back as Duncan picks up his third foul. It's 47-38. It's a 9-point game. Hillsman with his second basket. He'll have a chance at the and one.
And the momentum definitely on the Spartan side. And that's how basketball is. It's tough to keep the momentum and keep the pace and knock down all your shots for an entire game. You just hope that you have more runs than the other team. Right now, Spartan's on a run.
7-2 run for San Jose State. They are within 8. Paris Austin in the game, hands it off to Drimmick. Thompson, Duncan. Hillsman caught one in the face on an elbow from Duncan, inadvertent. They don't call anything. Drimmick slashes into the paint, and they're going to get a hand check on Anwas, and that'll be his third foul. Spartans will pick up their third team foul. (47-39). Gary Williams Jr. will check in now for San Jose State. And Anwas leads with the 3 fouls.
And the energy right now just not really there.
Duncan outside. And they'll call a hand check on Wellich. 4th foul, so the Broncos will inbound.
Coach Rice is just on the refs right now. And the reason being is that the post-up that Nick Duncan had, they didn't call a foul. He got it stripped. And then he got the technical foul. And then he picked up another foul. So
Duncan into the paint and the foul on Wellich. And the foul is called because he put his forearm on the back.
You can have one, but any time that 2 hands or 2 forearms or a forearm and a hand touch, you're going to get a foul immediately. You can do 1 all day, but 2, that's a foul.
Austin will inbound into Drimmick. 3 minutes into the second half. Drimmick spins into the lane between 2 defenders, missed the shot. Schwartz rebounds, and now to Williams. Spartans back. They are down 8 with the ball. Schwartz, baseline left side, pull up 5-footer, bounces in. It is now 47-41, and the run to 9-2 for the Spartans. Drimmick into the paint. Nobody guarded the key, and Drimmick gets an easy layup. Second basket for him. That stops a 9-2 run for the Spartans. It's 49-41.
Sometimes you use the screen, and sometimes as a defender you cheat towards the screen. That time Drimmick went away from the screen and found a wide open lane.
Big basket. Wellich inside against Webb. Turning, right-hand hook, short. Webb with the rebound. And I think the foul is going to go against the Spartans. They're going to call it on Gary Williams. And San Jose State quickly, Abe, now with 16 fouls. The Broncos will be in the bonus with the next one.
We look at the first half, and there was 6 fouls against San Jose and 7 against Boise State. So not a lot going on in that first half in fouls, but right now you're looking at 6 on the Spartans and 4 on the Broncos.
Thompson into the front court. Williams guarding him. Thompson takes Williams on the drive. Thompson gets the basket. He's fouled and it counts. He got by Williams, and Williams reached out and touched him. And Thompson continues to the hoop. He's got double figures, 10 points. He'll have a chance for number 11 at the foul line. The Broncos up 51-41 now. Take a timeout with 15:59 remaining on the Coke Zero Bronco Radio Network, located at 10th and Jefferson in downtown Boise. Broncos have pushed the lead back to 10, 51-41, after the Spartans had cut it to 6. Played 4 minutes in the second half.
It's been a couple drives at the hoop. Last one was Anthony Drimmick, and this time it was just really a spread, and Mikey Thompson drove to the hoop and got a push on the hip as he was doing his layup.
And Thompson, who's been a very good free throw shooter this season, over 80%, 3 out of 3 tonight, has now made 8 in a row. 52-41 Boise State. San Jose State with the ball, driving into the paint is Schwartz. Underhand layup. Oh, it popped out. He got to the cup, and it didn't quite go in. Broncos with the rebound. And now into the front court. Webb drives into the lane. Webb gets a basket. He's fouled and it counts. And James Webb III gets the foul from Frank Rogers. It's his third foul. And Webb again with his 7th double-double of the season, 15th of his career. Now has 15 points to go with 12 rebounds tonight.
And you mentioned something about Ryan Watkins, and I was just thinking now about how different they went to go get their rebounds. Ryan Watkins was more of a position guy who had to get a body on you and just it really worked inside to get it. Webb is a guy that just goes every time and is usually higher than everybody else, but he does go every single time for the rebounds.
Well, Webb's going to finish in double figures in scoring for sure. He's averaging 16 and a half. 8.8 rebounds. Wellage out front for 3. He's got it. It's his first basket in the second half. 17 for him. He had 23 a couple weeks ago against San Diego State. 54-44, back to a 10-point game. Webb inside, power move. 2 more. He's got 17, 56-44. But I think Webb's got a shot at the double-double. He's going to have some monster totals rebounding, but I think he can do it. Williams off the dribble in the paint. Shot hit glass. Drimick rebounds for the Broncos. Duncan spots up, tries the 3, and he gets landed on by Hillsman, who gets the foul. No, I think it's 3. He called it on 13. And Rick Batzel changed it. I think they called 0.
Foul on 0, 3 shots, 13 shooting.
There you go. Duncan made both his free throws. Career high is 26 as he missed the first one there. That night at New Mexico on the road, he had 8 threes. Team's up 12, 14:46 left. Second free throw. That one is good. There's 21. That ties a season high in a game against Arizona this year. And I think that was the one down there. It was. And both free throws are good, or excuse me, the second 2 out of 3 are good. 58-44 Broncos. Driving down the lane, taking a shot over Duncan. Duncan's going to get his 4th foul. Brandon Clark took it right to the hoop. He'll get a couple of free throws.
Well, we haven't seen Chandler Hutchinson yet in the second half. He's usually one of the first ones off the bench, but Zach Haney looking like to check in for Nick Duncan, who picked up that 4th.
Clark will shoot 2. Reading Clark's bio, freshman, 6'8" out of Phoenix, Abe. Last 7 games, he's shooting 73% from the floor. Had a 14-point, 12-rebound game against Fresno State. Second free throw, missed them both. But in high school, he had 10 triple-doubles. Triple-doubles. That'll get you some notice. Austin with the dribble. Austin drives in. Austin left-hand layup, good. Nice quick move by Paris. 6 points for him. 60-44 Boise State, 14:20 left.
Boy, and Paris sure is a guy that can press the pace. He's moving it. He's taking it out. That'll be a foul on Paris.
I think the more minutes Paris is able to play, that's the 3rd foul on that's the 5th foul on the Broncos. I think the more minutes he's able to play, 6th foul, sorry about that. I think the more minutes he's able to play in the second half of the season, the better he's going to be next year.
Yeah, and you can see he has all the offense to go right now. But it's going to be, he has the individual offense. It's how well does he get the team into their team offense and how well does he play defense. That's what's going to get him more minutes.
Wellage left side to Hillsman. Driving in on Austin. Hillsman puts up a floater, no good. Hillsman tip, no good. Clark with the rebound, and Clark with the follow. 6 points for him. 60-46 Boise State.
It just doesn't look like Boise State can stretch this to a 20-point lead. They're hanging around that 14-18 mark.
Haney in the paint, turning, goes left, gets a basket. Zach Haney with his first basket. He's improved a lot, 62-46.
It helps to have a 6'11" guy you can throw in there for 10 to 15 minutes a game.
Schwartz out front to Hillsman. 3 over the outstretched arms of Paris Austin, no good. Drimick with the rebound. Thompson in the front court. Down the left block to Haney, goes left again and gets another basket. Zach Haney with back-to-back buckets, 64-46.
Same move, same post up. Might as well go to the well again.
Whistle and a foul, and I think it's going to go against Mikey Thompson. Nope, the foul is going to go against James Webb III, or timeout. That's what they say. I thought there was a foul, but they called it timeout. 64-46 in favor of the Broncos. Take a break on the Coke Zero Bronco Radio Network from Learfield Sports. Across from Albertson Stadium. And don't forget Inside Bronco Basketball Live Monday nights. Join us for the buffet dinner at the Stone House. It starts at 6. Boise State up big, 64-46 right now. Spartans off the timeout will have the ball. Inbound to Clark, handed off to Wellage. That's a pair of their 4 freshmen. They try the lob inside to Clark. Catches it, goes down, goes up, and Clark gets the basket, 64-48.
Paris Austin with pressing the pace again.
Thompson, Drimmick, Webb, Haney, and Austin playing right now. Austin to the top of the key, left side to Drimmick, inside to Haney. Haney against Schwartz, double down on him. Haney passes back out to Drimmick, 8 to shoot. Drimmick lost the ball. It was stolen by Anwas. Anwas going in and beats Austin to the glass for the layup, 64-50. Spartans within 14.
Here we are at that 14-18 mark again. Broncos had it at 18 and 2 couple buckets by the Spartans.
Boise State outside to Austin, off the dribble, 16-footer, good. Austin with 8. Been in double figures twice this season, but both against small schools, 66-50. Spartans moving the ball around the perimeter. Wellage. Anwas, left corner to Clark. Drives baseline, runs into Haney. Outside they go to Anwas, drives in, takes a shot, missed it. Webb rebounds, falls down, gets the rebound, and controls it. Passes to Drimmick, to Thompson. Right side, Austin. A three-pointer popped out. Webb with the rebound. Play is alive. Austin to Haney. Shot blocked. Spartans with it now. Schwartz, Anwas. The lob inside to Clark. He can't guide it in. Rebound by Williams for San Jose State, and he's fouled. And we'll catch our breath with 11:25 remaining in the game. Boise State 66, San Jose State with 50. Take a break on the Coke Zero Bronco Radio Network from Learfield Sports.
9 out of 15, 60%. 3 out of 5 from 3, 60% as well. I'm sorry, 0 for 1 from 3, 3 out of 5 from the free throw line for the Broncos. San Jose State, they're 7 of 19, 37%, 1 of 5 from 3, and 3 of 4 from the free throw line. San Jose was 0 for 5 in the first half from the line and have a chance for a couple more here, though.
Now let me ask you, Nick Duncan had 6. That was 60% of the way to the 3-point record per game of 10. Has he cooled off? Would you think no now with 11:25 left?
Yeah.
4 threes?
Yeah, I would go no. Getting 4 threes with 4 fouls, and then also, you know, when someone hits 6 threes in the first half, and you got 7 minutes left in the first half when he did that, there's an over and back by
Montego Alford, so the Broncos will turn it over. That's only their 4th turnover of the game. Now, 3 have been in the second half, Abe. The Spartans have no turnovers in the second half.
Well, back to Nick Duncan real quick. 4 fouls and needs 4 threes, and then also the defense is scheming to him to not give him those open looks like were there in the first half.
Webb steals a pass. Webb flies in with a one-handed dunk. James Webb III now with 19 in the game, 68-52. Broncos come up with another steal. Alford has it. Alford, the lob inside to Webb, and it's broken up, stolen by Clark. Now to Williams. Spartans with numbers. They try the lob and get it as Anwas dunks it home. 68-54. Both teams try the alley-oop. The Spartans get theirs to drop.
Yeah, and Montego just left that one a little short for Webb on the rim.
Exciting end-to-end action here at Taco Bell Arena. Hutchison left side to Alford. To Webb working on Clark. Webb backing in, cross-court pass right side to Alford, out front to an open Thompson, and he drains a 3. That's the first 3 by someone other than Nick Duncan tonight, 71-54. And the Broncos pretty good when they get to 70. When Coach Rice has seen his teams get to 70, they are 91-17. Wellich with another basket. They called it a 2, but wow, 19 for him. 71-56.
Wellich can just shoot.
Do a lot of other things too. Webb, Thompson, Haney. Didn't play much defense there. He got inside. Great play by Clark, though, to block Haney's shot. Spartans with the ball. 9:49 remaining in the game. 71-56 Broncos. Clark, Schwartz, Williams. Free throw line, below the line, comes in, takes a shot over Alford, gets the basket, he's fouled, and it counts. Nice strong move by Gary Williams Jr. Alford should pick up his first foul.
I think you got to go back to Paris Austin a little bit. He's been some energy this whole game. Pushing the ball, knocking down shots, getting to the rim.
Drimmick and Duncan check back in. Webb and Haney come out. Williams just made 2 free throws. Good free throw shooter, 83%. Transfer this year from Indian Hills Junior College, where he was a JC All-American. There he averaged 13 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. Made the free throw for the three-point play, 71-59. Hillsman back in for Schwartz for Coach Woj.
Just a couple minutes ago, it was an 18-point lead for the Broncos.
You know the way these teams get it up and down the floor, Abe? You can get a couple quick baskets, the other team doesn't score, that lead gets cut. And Alford fouled by Hillsman, who will pick up his 3rd. And that's the 10th, so Boise State's going to be shooting 2. Antigua will get to shoot 2. Pretty good free throw shooter, 77% on the season. Had 4 big ones out of 4 in the second half against Loyola Marymount. They needed all of them.
Knocks that one down. Good. Yeah, those were some big free throws. Loyola Marymount gave Boise State all they could handle here on the home court. If everyone remembers, it was a Mikey Thompson drive with the bucket and the foul that got Boise State that win.
Some good games here. 73-59 Broncos now. The Oregon game. Several games in the conference. Nobody rotated back, and Clark gets a dunk. He's got 10 double figures for him for the 5th time. 73-61 Boise State. Back to a 12-point game. Drimmick hand checked by Williams. His 2nd foul. Drimmick will come to the line to shoot 2. Drimmick tonight with 2 baskets, just 4 points, 4 rebounds. We'll get to the line. This season, 74% free throw shooter. First one good, 74-61.
Not a lot of flow to this game with 9:09 left. The Broncos are going to be shooting 2 each way. San Jose is going to be shooting a 1-1 for the next 2 fouls on the Broncos. Tough to get in a flow when there's going to be all these fouls.
Good shot. Hutchison rebounds out front. Alford missed the 3. Wellich with the rebound. Williams out of backcourt. Clark. Hillsman left side. Under 9 minutes to go in the game. The Spartans with the ball down 13. Williams trying to drive into the paint. Can't, so pulls back. Tosses to Hillsman. Now to Rogers. Right side, Hillsman. Driving in, ball deflected out of bounds to Boise State. 8:36 left in the game.
Boise State, before that San Diego State game, was averaging just 80 points a game. And I think they'll be well over that at 74 with 8:30 left.
Alford, Hutchison, Thompson. Thompson left side, shadowed by Williams. Left corner to Hutchison, drives baseline left side, penetrates, kick it out to an open Alford. His three-pointer is good. Give Hutchison an assist, 77-61.
Nice drive by Hutchison, just rose up and found Alford, who just missed the 3 and has the confidence to come back and hit one.
Rogers will be fouled by Webb. Nope. They're going to call a travel before the foul. And the Broncos will get the ball back. That is turnover number 12 for San Jose State. Broncos have turned it over 5 times.
They said a little bit of a shuffle of the feet before the foul, and that drew quite the glare from Coach Wojcik over on the Spartan bench.
7:49 left. Broncos 20 points, can be 22 from Duncan. Mikey Thompson, offensive rebound, left corner, Drimmick, he'll shoot a 3. Off the side, no good. Clark rebounds for the Spartans. Push it ahead to Williams. Williams can't get into the paint. Thompson kept him out front to Rogers. Rogers picked up his dribble. Hand it off to Williams. He'll elevate it. It's worth 2 if it goes. No. Drimmick rebounds.
Those are some of the worst jump shots. Just a foot right on the three-point line.
Driving down the lane. Thompson missed it. Webb's tip is no good. Webb has it again on pure hustle. Outside to Alford. Right corner to Webb. Three-pointer, no. Hutchison tries to tip, no good. Clark rebounds. He'll dribble into the front court and stop.
And Webb not finding the range from 3 at all.
Rogers missed it. Webb with a rebound. That rebound for Webb now, number 18. And Boise State wants a timeout. A 30-second timeout. You know, we were talking about Duncan maybe having a career high. I cannot remember Webb with more than 18 rebounds. I got to believe that's a career high, and it is. It's a lot of rebounds.
It's a lot of second chance opportunities that he's given the Broncos too.
We'll take a break. 77-61 Broncos on the Coke Zero Bronco Radio Network.
Second half for the Broncos, 48%. Made 2 out of 7 from 3, 44% for San Jose.
Webb inbounds to Alford. Those two on the floor with Duncan, who's back, Drimmick, and Thompson. Drimmick, right corner of the free throw line. Drives into the paint, outside to Duncan. Duncan will shoot a 3. It popped out. Rebound Spartans to Hillsman. Broncos have 77 points, 55 of them, Abe, from Webb, Duncan, and Thompson. Those are the only 3 guys in double figures. Welledge guarded by Webb. Hands it off to Thornton. Thornton is a starter, hasn't played a whole lot of minutes tonight. Welledge again, shot clock down to 7. They try the lob inside, and Clark guides it in. Clark with 12 in the game. Nice pass by Welledge, 77-63. Broncos in front. Under 6 minutes to go. Thompson, left corner. Alford elevates, shoots, missed the 3. Drimmick and Schwartz collide. They may be calling fouls on both of them. I heard one of the officials say double foul.
The ref just asked another ref if that went in, and it did not go in. And Coach Rice with an adamant, yeah, that went in. Yep. Calling the double foul.
We have a double foul. Foul on Anthony Drimmick, his 4th personal, team foul 9, and also a foul on Cody Schwartz, 3rd personal.
So Schwartz and Drimmick each get a foul. I don't know that we've had a double foul all year. Do you? St. Luke's and Boise State, dedicated to the health of the people in the community today and well into the future. Learn more at stlukesonline.org. Cheers to good health.
And they showed the replay, and didn't look like too much. Guys got tangled up and might just be trying to keep a handle on the games if you're the ref, but they're looking at who had control of the ball when the foul was called.
So they say nobody had it, so the arrow will determine it. And that means Boise State will get the ball. Leading 77-63. Led by as many as 18, but that 12 to 14 range as Thompson drives it in and gets the layup. Thompson's had a nice game, 79-63 Broncos.
Thompson has such a knack to split defenders and get to the hoop. 2 Spartans were closing on him, and he got right through them.
He's beaten his Mountain West average. He's got 16, came in averaging 14 in conference play. 5:20 left. Broncos by 16. Welledge, pass in the corner. open shot by Thornton, no good. Duncan rebounds, long outlet pass to Alford, and Alford is tackled, and they're going to call that an intentional foul, and I hope Montego is okay. Kind of landed against the padding below the basket.
Yeah, and that was behind him, and it was just a arm on the back of the head. It was no play to the ball whatsoever.
Alford with 5 points in the second half has made both free throws. Should get to the free throw line in a second. Now the Spartans are huddling over there.
They're going to take a look at it to see what type of foul it is, what grade, and it wouldn't surprise me if this is a grade 2 because there was no play on the ball and just a swipe and hit him in the back of the neck and head area.
You need a new Ford truck, and now is the best time to get one. Visit your Treasure Valley Ford store for the Built Ford Tough Truck event. Ford, the official vehicle of the Broncos. I just remember a play up around the head area that Thomas Broplay had against New Mexico in the conference play. Kind of similar where the contact.
And they're not showing the replay on the big screen here, so we can't see it.
So they're going to put Alford at the line. Looks like Boise State's going to give free throws and the ball. First free throw good. And the Broncos have come to 80. It's 80-63. Second free throw for Alford. Got them both. 81-63, 18-point lead. That will tie the biggest lead of the game for the Broncos. And they'll get the ball.
This could be where they pull away for the rest of the game with a bucket here.
Webb left corner. Three ball, good. 84-63 Broncos. And James Webb now has beaten 20 points, 22 points for him. Missed shot by the Spartans, Alford with the rebound. He's got a shot for 20-20. He's got 18 rebounds. The last 20-20 game back in 2005 by Jason Ellis. Great passing by the Broncos. Webb got fouled, and he'll come to the line to shoot some free throws. How about the night for Webb? 22 points, 10 of 19 shooting. The only negative stat, 1 of 5 from three-point range, 18 rebounds.
Yeah, he's been all over the place on the glass and a couple times been really keeping the ball alive for extra possessions for the Broncos. I don't know if they capitalized on those, but just multiple shots will wear down a defense.
And the free throw good by Webb.
You know who's given the Broncos some good minutes at the point guard position? Both Paris Austin and Montego Alford. They're both in the game now. They've come in and pressed the ball, flying around, especially offensively. Any rebound or outlet, they are just moving the ball up the court.
86-63. Boise State in front. Broncos with the ball. Webb stole it to Duncan. Spots up. Three ball. Oh, it popped out. Hasn't had any luck in the second half. Broncos get the ball back. Webb, Duncan. Duncan inside the arc, backing in on Hilsman. Quick pass, shot over to Drimmick. Drimmick drives. Drimmick! Little finger roll layup. Nicely done. 88-63. And the Broncos right now are on a make it an 11-0 run. San Jose missed the shot inside. Alford with the rebound. Broncos in the front court. Drimmick. Hand it back to Alford. Paris Austin. Austin right side. 3:45 left. Alford, Drimmick. Drimmick inside. Outside to Alford. Left corner three, no. Clark rebounds.
I think some of these guys for the Broncos are a little bit gassed right now. And
that'll bring us to a timeout on a foul by Montego Alford. We'll take our last timeout. Broncos on an 11-0 run, leading 88-63. Take a break on the Coke Zero Bronco Radio Network from Learfield. 63 Boise State. Couple of numbers on James Webb, the third, 7th time This year, Abe, he has had better than 20 points. 7th double-double, 15th of his career. Just some of the numbers. 51 games Webb has played in. This will be the 39th time in 51 games that he's been the team's leading rebounder. It'll be his 15th double-double. Almost 30% of the time he's had a double-double.
Yeah, just a great job from Webb. And what I like is that he continues to do those things because those are the things that he and Chandler had to do to get on the floor the last couple of years. They weren't as prolific scorers as they are this year. They had to get on the floor by playing defense and rebounding, and they're taking that offense that they have now, and they continue to work hard on the defensive end and rebounds.
Brandon Clark makes the free throw. Clark now tonight with 13 points to go with 11 rebounds, so he has a double-double tonight. Had one against Fresno State earlier in the year. And the second one missed. Chandler Hutchison with the rebound. Under 3.5 to go.
Looking at this stat line, this is not a usual Boise State stat line with 3 players in double digits and high double digits, 24, 22, and 16.
Yeah, it got the lion's share of the points between 3 guys. Does everybody else, as Duncan will get the blocking foul from Welledge? Looking at the numbers, do the rest of the guys have double figures or not? Together.
Yes, together they do. There's 8 by Paris, 7 by Montego, 7 by Drimmick, 4 by Haney. But usually you might have a 18, 12, 11. A lot of guys in double figures, but the bulk has been Duncan, Webb, and Thompson.
Duncan with 22. Again, a career high is 26. 3:12 left. 88-64. Robin George will check in. I think he may come in for Duncan. We'll see. Free throw good. 89-64.
Looks like he will as he's still at the table as there's one more shot to be shot. There it is.
I don't think we're going to see Duncan again. Nice night, 24 points. Boy, he was on fire as the Broncos get to 90-64. I mean, there was that stretch that he just couldn't miss from 3.
Couldn't miss. And he was open, too. San Jose was not doing a good job of guarding him, but he stepped up and made him.
Welledge drives in, shot blocked by Haney. Loose ball to Austin. Austin will run. He'll dribble over towards the corner as he didn't really have an angle to shoot. Inside to George. And George, they're going to wave off the basket. They're going to call the foul on the floor before the shot. The foul will go on Hillsman, his 4th. So George will get to shoot 2.
And that play right there by Paris Austin is a great play. It doesn't look like much, but he got the ball out. He moved down the court at a very fast pace, got the defense on their heels. He didn't have anything going offensively and brings the ball back out to run the offense. And that earlier in the season, that might have been a force up against 2 defenders, but great job moving the pace, but then bring it out if something's not there.
And especially when you're ahead. I mean, you don't want to waste the possession as George makes 1 of 2. 91-64 Boise State. Rogers, Hillsman. 2:40 left. Driving in is Hillsman. Puts up a shot from close. No good. George rebounds. 2.5 to go. Broncos 91-64. Austin. Dribbling. 17 still to shoot. Hutchison lost the ball out of bounds. Double R Ranch, Northwest Beef, proud sponsor of the Boise State Broncos. Available exclusively at your neighborhood Albertsons. Spartans with the ball, 2:10 to go. Boise State's going to keep pace with San Diego State, remain a game back. The Aztecs won yesterday. Rogers lost it on the dribble off his leg. Enjoy $1 any size soft drink, tea, or coffee with McDonald's all-day breakfast. And San Jose State will spend a timeout. Albertsons is proud to be the official grocer of the Boise State University and the exclusive tailgating headquarters for the Broncos. Shop Albertsons for all your tailgating favorites in one stop. At Albertsons, you are in for something fresh. The standings in the Mount West, as we take a peek at the Fishers Technology scoreboard, so we can update the scores on the computer. Boise State and San Diego State are both quickly moving to the head of the class. No losses for the Aztecs, one for the Broncos. New Mexico has 2, and then a whole bunch of teams have at least 3.
UNLV, one of those teams with 3 losses, but they've also rattled off 3 wins in a row, and they could be a team that's tough and is right up there at the top toward the end of the season.
Wyoming beating Nevada by 1 with 3 minutes to go, 61-60, and Colorado State by 6 over Air Force, 79-73 with 2 minutes to go in that one. Austin with the drive, the shot hit the bottom of the rim. And we have a whistle. And a foul will go against Rogers, who will pick up, I believe, his 4th.
And he almost had Rogers down to the ground. Definitely had him on roller skates.
Austin makes both free throws. It'll be his first double-digit game against a D1 team. And the first one is good. That's number 9. It's 92-64 Boise State. 1:41 to go. Broncos will play Saturday afternoon in Wyoming. 2 o'clock start. Our pregame show will be on at 1:30. Missed it. Has 9. Spartan rebound by Leon Bonner, who checked into the game. 90 seconds left. Clark tried to feed Hillsman. Ball stolen by Austin. Austin into the front court. Dribbling into the paint, outside to Alford. Now he slashes in, puts up a shot, no good. Got his own miss, feeds it out to Chandler. Hutchison missed the shot. Clark has it. Feed it ahead to Hillsman, who goes in for the dunk. 7 for Hillsman. 92-66 Broncos.
About a minute left. This one's just going to be run the clock out.
And Boise State's going to head to 14-5 and 5-1. This is not one of the single-digit games that the Spartans have had. They'll fall to 6-13 and 1-6. Blocked by Clark. Austin's shot rejected. Boise State will have 8 seconds with which to shoot.
And Paris Austin, I kind of like that. He just got his shot blocked into the second row, and he had a look on his face like, you know, that's what happens. And it's all right.
Yeah, when you got the 92 and they got the 66, Austin comes in, draws contact. He'll get back to the free throw line as the foul will go against Anwas, his 4th.
This was exactly the type of game that the Broncos needed after the 1 of 17 at San Diego, and I think we can put that one to rest now. We always have to talk about the previous game. Maybe if they went 15-17, we'd be talking about it too. But this is the type of game that they needed. They needed to put some points on the board, see the shots go in the hoop as that one goes down for Paris Austin.
10 points for him, 3rd double-figure game of the season.
Get some other guys in the game. You got Zach Haney with a nice game today. Montego Alford with probably some of the most minutes in conference so far, and a very productive game for him.
Austin made another one. It's 94-66, 35 seconds left. Anwas in the front court. Left side taking the 3 is Hillsman. It's good. First 3 for him in the game. 94-69 the score. Broncos. 25 seconds left. Coach Rice saying don't shoot. And it's going to be a nice win for the Broncos.
It is. Every win in conference gets you closer to that regular season championship. The Broncos had a taste of that last year.
4 losses got you a share of the title. So that means if that's what's going to win it this year, 4 seconds, Coach Wojcik, Coach Rice shaking hands. The Broncos will go to 27-2 lifetime against the Spartans. But Abe, my point is, if 4 losses, if 14-4 is going to be the number that wins it again this year, Boise State has 3 more losses and San Diego State has 4 more to come.
Yeah, and I don't think there's going to be a 14-4 team. I think the winner will have
Better
3,
than
maybe 2 losses. Yep.
Well, if you're saying that, then you think it's going to be Boise State or San Diego State.
And I do.
When we come back, it's the Idaho Farm Bureau Insurance postgame show. Boise State with a big win over the Spartans, 94-69. Take a break on the Coke Zero Bronco Radio Network from Learfield Sports.